You've given hundreds of speeches, or maybe even thousands of presentations in your lifetime. To you, public speaking is no big deal. Maybe it was at one point when you were just starting out, but not anymore. You have long since conquered the butterflies or the nerves or whatever it is that you want to call them. And then one day, as a matter of course, you get up to deliver yet another presentation, and your leg starts quivering uncontrollably. There you are, you're in front of an audience, and you get up and you get an attack of nervous energy. What? What is going on? How did this happen to you? And what can you do to get yourself together? Don't freak out. This happens way more often than you might think. People don't like to admit it, especially mid-career or older people. We don't like to talk about it. It's this weird open secret. But this sudden burst of nerves, it happens to people who think their public speaking anxiety is a thing of the past. And if this happens to you, congratulations. You're not only in good company, you're also showing some vulnerability, which can actually help you deliver a better presentation than if you didn't get the shakes or an attack of the nerves or the butterflies. Now, there are a whole host of reasons why this sudden attack of nerves can hit a mid-career professional, but let's explore just one of those reasons. And remember how earlier in this video, you can rewind it, it said, hey, something like, you're getting up to speak, it's a matter of course, you've done it a zillion times, it's no big deal anymore. That's the heart of the issue right there, that feeling. Maybe you got a little too relaxed in front of your audience, a little too confident. You weren't showing enough vulnerability to your audience. So your body decided to push the issue a little bit. And sometimes your sudden and unexpected anxiety, that can be your body's funny little way of showing your audience that you cared enough about them to feel a little bit nervous. Your body is actually doing you a little favor. Could it possibly be that showing some vulnerability when you're presenting can actually work to your advantage? I think it can, and I'll confess that I get a shaky leg a lot at the beginning of a talk, and that happens to me on a fairly regular basis. And when it happens when I least expect it. It's when I think, yeah, I got this presentation in the bag. And my leg says, no you don't. I'm going to help you out though. I'm going to start out by giving you the shakes. And while this shaky leg thing bothered me at first, now I've learned to love it. Humility, vulnerability, they translate really well in front of an audience. It's relatable. We're all flawed human beings. And further, I know my little shaky leg, it's actually a tiny little burst of adrenaline, and that slightly amped energy can translate pretty well on stage. And I also know myself well enough to know that after a minute or so into my presentation, those leg shakes will stop as I keep on going. So perhaps the most helpful thing you can do if you experience what I'll call sudden onset mid-career speech anxiety is to relabel, reframe, or rebrand that feeling. So instead of panicking and telling yourself, oh no, I'm a mess, I'm a nervous wreck, try internally relabeling that feeling as, wow, I must be really excited about talking to my audience. If you get the shakes long after you think you've conquered them, congratulations. You've made a significant breakthrough as a public speaker. And like I said, not a lot of people like to talk about this phenomenon, but let's do that. Let's talk about it. Let's not make it a secret or even an open secret. Don't be ashamed of this. Embrace those nerves. Instead of delivering a ho-hum, regular, matter-of-course speech, your little adrenaline burst is teaching you something important. Use it to help connect with your audience even better than you ever thought possible.